going on, everybody, and welcome back to Make Your Own Luck Mondays. And again, this is a web series that I was doing on my Instagram page for a while, and I will link my Instagram in the description below. But I'm here now on YouTube, so every Monday I drop a quick 5-minute video where I talk about a topic around personal finance, investing, wealth creation, different things like that. And it's basically just to break things down into a simple form. That's how I like things done. Keep it simple and move on. But today's topic is basically it's almost impossible. It actually might be impossible to make this not boring. And it is talking about compound interest. So every article I've read, every video I've watched, you just start going through the numbers, and this is how a dollar doubles, and you double it again, and you keep going, and it's just mind-numbing. So I'm trying to figure out a way to show you guys visually how compound interest works. And I did do a quick little video of going through a compound interest calculator that you guys can check out, and we'll check that out in just a second. But the idea of compound interest is basically, I want to go through that first before I show you the video, is making money with money. And how that works is, there's basically two types of interest. There's simple interest and there's compound interest. Simple interest is you make, whatever the percentage is over time, and you just keep making that same percentage. So if you had, if you were making 10% on $1,000, your $1,000 would, grow, but you'd make $100 every single time. You'd make $100. You make $100 versus compound interest, where your money grows with the interest over time. So your $1,000 at 10% turns into 1,100, and then the next time it's the interest on the 1,100, and then grows and spirals. And how it really works is it has a bit of this hockey stick approach, which you'll see in the video, where basically you just kind of chug along, and then when the numbers start to double and double and double and double, you see this crazy hockey stick go down. So over time, it is insane, and it can really help you out. But check out this quick video on a tutorial just kind of on a compound interest calculator, and I think it'll help explain how some of this stuff works. So what I'm showing you right now is the investor.gov website. And if you go to investor.gov and go to financial tools and calculators, you can just go to the compound interest calculator right here. And this will give you kind of a really cool visual representation of how compound interest works. And you can plug and play different numbers for different scenarios and kind of where you're at in your life and what you think your savings could be. But let's go through a couple of these just to kind of show you what it looks like. So let's say that, you were able to forgo having car payments in your, 20s, 30s, 40s, whatnot. You're just kind of paying cash for cars and whatnot. So let's say that was, an average of $300. So your initial investment into compounding money would be $300. And then for your monthly contribution, that would be $300 also, because you don't have a car payment. Your car payment is now investing in your future. And then let's look at this like best case scenario. So let's say you started at 20 and you ended at 60, when you were going to retire. So you were able to do that for 40 years. And then an interest rate, the S&P 500 over time historically has produced a 9.8% interest rate. So we'll just do 9% to be safe. And then we will calculate this. So now this will show us a cool little graph. And what it is basically this blue line below shows the amount of contributions you've put in. So you put in 144 grand of your own money, but your money's worth $1.2 million. So you basically could put $300 a month into an S&P 500 index fund or whatever you see fit to try to get, that type of return. And you could retire a millionaire. So it's pretty cool. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys is how time is on your side. So basically this was a really good scenario to say, hey, at age 20, you started throwing a little bit of money aside, and, over time it's grown exponentially. But let me show you what happens when you wait. And this is what happens with most people is they don't invest in their 20s. They barely invest in their 30s. So let's say you started this at age 40 and you did it until age 60 when you were retired. So you actually had 20 years to do this. Same situation, same returns.
So the problem there is you've put in at 20 years, your contributions were $72,000 and you only made 186 grand. So that's what I'm saying by time being on your side. As you can see, when we went out to the 40-year mark, it's just such a major difference. So the earlier you can start, the better, and time is on your side for sure. The ways you can, speed up that time is to, invest way larger chunks as you're a little bit older, but also really, really hard to do. But if you can figure out a way to trickle in cash over time into a nice index fund, you will be so happy down the road because 1.2 million is a lot better than spending $144,000 on car payments that you didn't need your whole life. So that's a look at a compound interest calculator, and investor.gov's got all kinds of financial tools you can check out, but I just wanted to give you guys a cool kind of visual of what this looks like.
So hopefully that helps you guys out. Just seeing like a visual to how that works. It definitely helps me. I love to just go on to the compound interest calculator and type in all the different scenarios, like what if I dump thousands of dollars in, every month for X amount of months, where do I end up? And so it's cool to just kind of see that and go through that process as well, and it can just kind of help you get on track with how that works. So I'll probably end up doing a video on some of the ways that you can invest to get returns like that. I mean, the biggest ones are going to be any sort of index funds, the S&P 500. You want to follow things like that. But you could also get with a financial advisor, and they could get you on a plan that could help you as well. That'll get you some good returns over time. But again, you just got to get in the game. You got to start now. It's better to start super young, but even if you missed out on all those years, you can still start now. It's better to start now than never start at all. Or if you have kids, get them started as young as possible, because over time this money just grows and grows and grows. The biggest thing is time is on your side. So whatever you can do to just get in the game is what you want to do. So hopefully this helps out, and hopefully you guys have a great week. We will see you next week on Make Your Own Luck Mondays.